right, let's go on ahead and start this podcast. We've been talking because that's what him and I do. Is that even proper English? Him and I? Yeah.
Are you rolling?
Yeah. Is that proper English? Him and I?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Okay.
Him and I.
It is, right?
It is right, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Welcome to the Side Sessions podcast, coming to you live from the pod party. So today I have a special guest with me. It's been long overdue, to be honest with you. And
I don't like interviews.
This is not an interview.
Well, conversations on camera.
This is a conversation on camera.
Yeah.
Why don't you like conversations on camera?
I don't know.
Is
I've
that
got social anxiety. That's why I'm wearing
low
a
key me
balaclava.
too?
I'm only good at tweeting.
Yeah. We are gonna get to that now, aren't we?
Okay.
Okay. I've got Skindeep with me today. Welcome, first of all.
Thank you.
Never mind the social anxiety.
Thank you.
You're wearing a balaclava.
It's just weird having a conversation
On
with you
camera.
on camera.
Why? Because we usually have conversations off camera.
Exactly.
No, but now it's time for us to formalize
It feels too formal.
Okay, ignore the camera, pretend like it's not there, because sometimes what happens is that it's an audio podcast nonetheless.
True.
Okay, do you want to do breathing exercises with
No,
me?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
So welcome and thank you for joining me.
No, it's a pleasure.
And I know everybody's asking about the balaclava. I thought that maybe let me ask first. Tell me about this balaclava, Skindeep.
It just looks cool.
It does, doesn't it? It
I
actually
don't
does.
want to show my face.
No, it hikey does look cool.
I don't feel like showing my face, so I just
Yeah.
thought-
But
just
I like your face. And I'm sure anyone else who knows you likes your face too.
So I must take it off.
No.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment.
It's a great look though. I'm really enjoying it. Besides the circumstance as to why you're wearing it. I think it's a great look.
I mean, I'm
really.
pushing. I'm wearing local.
I love that.
I'm wearing a frequency.
Tell me actually, now that we're on that, tell me about it. Because I can see from, I don't know about the boots though.
These are Y3.
Tell me about the local you're wearing, because we are about that right here on the podcast.
Hey, look, are you doing a fit check?
Yes. Actually, I should do a fit check with Skindeep because low key, he, I'm gonna say, and I are known as the fit people or the drip people, if they put it like that.
Yeah.
So Skindeep is known as a drip guy, also, which makes sense because he has his own streetwear label, which does make sense. So it makes sense for me to do a fit check. Let's do a fit check. Go on ahead, pull up on me.
I start from the shoes. The Y3, Adidas Y3.
That's the third time he's saying that.
Socks. Where did I get the socks? I think I got them from factory. The pants, these are just factory track pants. It's quite a cheap look actually. This is a Jean-Michel Basquiat and Converse sweater. The jacket is frequency. It's a sample. No one has it actually.
Which I need.
It's just a rain jacket.
I need it though.
And then Makosa shades.
Makosa balaclava.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you.
I like it a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Actually,
So
I
it's just
need
a
that
mixture
jacket.
I think it's a mixture of. I always mix up my clothes. I always wear the expensive stuff. Sometimes those I can afford.
Yeah.
And then I also wear the cheap stuff.
Yeah. So let me get this actually right, ne? Is that your thing, Vele, as a DJ, that you also want to be known as the look guy, as someone who generally just takes in mind what he wants to wear and what he wears?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up. I love clothes. You know, my father put me on a lot of clothes when I was a kid. So
yeah.
I think I just grew up, and my mom too. So I just grew up liking clothes. And then obviously I have a clothing brand, so I really want to take care of how I look.
Yeah.
Oh, they open here. I really want to take care of how I look, and I think image is very important. I mean, you also.
I do. Image is so important.
You go the extra mile.
I do.
Whenever you DJ, there's always like a look that you go for. So I mean, I feel like it would make sense for me to always look fresh when I'm DJing.
Yeah.
And, you know, I also want to showcase some stuff. Like most of the stuff that I would wear are like samples that I make. I'm like, oh, let me see how people will react to this. So it always gives me sort of market research when I do that to know what the potential customer would like.
Because you know what I realized, even though a lot of us Vele, we do care about how we look in the industry, not a lot of us decide, hey, I want to make a how I look a thing and create a brand out of it.
True.
And you did that, and you were like, I want to create a brand. So when did that start out for you? Because I don't know your frequency story, actually.
I think for me it started. When I started DJing, when I was still in varsity, I used to wear like very provocative T-shirts.
What is a provocative T-shirt? Like
So
a
that
wife
slogans.
beater? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that slogan. So, like, there was this brand from YDE. So they used to like a brand like a chicken licking. They would change it to something very provocative.
Yeah.
So I used to wear like those type of T-shirts. So
Yeah.
I had the Lucky Fruit T-shirt that I had. It
Yeah.
was actually written "Lick Her Fruit."
Oh, that's
So, I mean,
provocative. That's
Because
spicy.
I always felt like a T-shirt is one of the most important things
Yeah.
that you can wear as a DJ.
Yeah.
Because half the time you're in the DJ booth and people can only see.
Yeah. The
So,
top part.
Yeah,
That's
so
smart.
that also inspired me to start making T-shirts. How I started Frequency was making T-shirts. So, it was just concepts. So luckily I had graphic designer friends who helped me create Frequency. So I started. It's so funny. I started Frequency the time I was managing artists. So I sort of started it as a side. It was a side thing.
Yeah.
Then the reaction from people was so positive.
Yeah.
I realized I could actually create a solid brand.
Yeah.
So then I decided to shift my focus from managing artists to pushing Frequency.
Yeah.
And rebranding myself as a DJ. Because I've always been known as an artist manager for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's been hard for me to sort of, it's been a challenge, not hard. It's been a challenge to rebrand myself, to move away from being the artist manager to actually
being the DJ. What has been challenging about it specifically?
I think is because I was so good at
Being the artist manager. Yeah.
So for me, I felt like I needed to reach the same level, if not better, as a DJ.
Yeah.
And also people always associated me with being, people try to box you.
They do, and
Yeah.
I find that that's the case a lot
Yeah.
in South Africa. I think that's where I'm going with, and I love that this can be the theme of today's pod, because number one, you're a musician, you're a DJ, and you also have your own streetwear brand.
Yeah.
So I love that that can be the whole theme of today's podcast.
Yeah.
So in essence, Nyani would love to engage with you in that respect, Yokba, as a DJ who transitioned from being the artist manager and decided I want to pair myself with my own brand, and the journey within all of that, and how it's going for you and how it's been for you, those challenges more specifically, and why you decided for yourself. So I mean, I'm blowing my own mind right now because it's hitting me.
That's dope. The switch went on.
It's
switch
hitting
went
me.
on.
Like it's hitting me. So as Skindeep now, how do you want people to perceive your brand?
I think as a global brand, to be honest, and that's where I position Frequency as a clothing brand. I mean, if you go to our Instagram page, you look at the references. I mean, a lot of people that inspired me are people like Virgil.
Yeah.
He's the first guy that I looked at, and he was working for Kanye. He started Pyrex, his own clothing brand, and he's a DJ. And for me, he was like the blueprint.
Okay.
And I looked at him, and I'm like, damn, I want to be like him. And his motto was always, "You can do it too." To the youth. The youth will always win. So for me, how I wanted my brand to be perceived is as a global brand.
Okay.
And that's where I also position myself as a DJ. And even like when I put out the music, I make sure that I send it out to overseas DJs. And whenever I do my single, I do a tour. So
Yeah.
So I kind of replicate the system that like your Justin Bieber used when you drop and I used to do that for artists actually when I was still an artist.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, you drop a product, then you go on tour. And right now I'm on tour promoting my new single, Experiment 403.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, so my mentality is very global. So
Yeah.
I just want to, and I feel like people are slowly perceiving me in that way.
Yeah.
And it's working in my favor. I mean, of course we're delayed by COVID for at least 2 years.
yeah.
So the blueprint that I had prior going on lockdown,
Yeah.
I'm continuing
Yeah.
again. So
Yeah.
And I hope, my hope is to break through in the international space. And I've got a radio show in Manchester, a monthly radio show on Rive Radio. So I'm trying to place myself in the right territories.
Yeah.
So I don't wanna be perceived as just a local DJ.
I understand.
Nah.
I really understand.
I think I deserve. I mean, I'm a good DJ. So, and I feel like the more people I play for on a global scale, the better it will be for my brand.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense because who doesn't want to reach those heights, especially if it's in their dream mindset?
Yeah, but that dream is just not enough. You have to, you have
what
to
do you
brand
mean
yourself.
that dream is not enough? Because
every,
you have to start with it, don't you?
Yeah, but like a lot of DJs, I think every other DJ wants to be known globally. But like, what are you doing about it? How are you positioning yourself?
True.
I mean, you can't just be playing in your township every weekend. And people don't want to make sacrifices. A lot of DJs now, they're entitled. They don't want to pay their dues. Someone starts DJing this month and they already want to get paid. I mean, we had to play for free at so many gigs, and we still do. And the thing is with exposure, you never stop exposing yourself to people. Sometimes you have to make those sacrifices to play for free. I mean, when I do a tour, sometimes I go to venues where I take a risk. I'm like, okay, I'll do a door deal, I'll do a bar deal. Let's see how it works. Yeah. And if I make money, and if I don't, I'm still pushing myself. I'm pushing my brand, and I'm getting more exposure. I'm not at a level where I want to be as a DJ yet. I feel like I still need to push myself and do more. I need to be gigging at least every week. But if I'm not gigging, what I've learned is that I create my own, and that's how I created my own events. Yeah. I felt like I'm not gonna wait at home and wait for a promoter to call me to book.
100%.
Yeah, I'd rather make those sacrifices, do my own events, put myself on, and luckily I have DJ friends that always support me, like you. Like you. So, I mean, it's those little sacrifices that will take you to the next level. Yeah. I mean, people think Black Coffee just blew up overseas.
Yeah, people do think that, right?
He made sacrifices. He started playing at smaller venues. Then he grew gradually. Now he's headlining at major festivals. So a lot of DJs, they don't want to make those sacrifices.
But let's actually talk about that when I Skindeep. I'm not used to calling you Skindeep, man. I'm used to calling you Titty, so imagine.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Look, let's actually talk about that. Considering the day and age that we currently live in, you're right. A lot of the DJs that are currently coming up right now, they don't want to pay their dues. But what does it mean to pay your dues, Skindeep? And how long do you pay your dues? Who gets to tell you that you have to pay your dues? Because what are we seeing right now? We're seeing the power of social media work for a lot of people. Someone who started DJing yesterday can literally get more bookings than you through social media, and they started DJing yesterday. So what is this thing of paying your dues? I'm not saying I didn't pay. I did. I did a whole residency for free, boy.
At Kadzere?
No. At Blue Room.
Oh, at Blue Room.
Yeah, when I got here. No, in Pretoria.
Oh, Blue Room in Pretoria. I'm thinking Blues Room.
Blue Room, and I did a whole residency for free. What the hell is paying your dues?
I think paying your dues is, it's putting in the work and proving that you. And I feel like you never, with the thing with art, art is forever. Like
it is.
I think you will keep proving yourself until you die.
Yeah.
I think Picasso had to prove that his art, his new work is better than his previous work all the time until he died. So I feel like paying your dues is just how can I explain it? It's a very tricky question, actually, you asked me.
Because I know it is. Because I know it is.
Let me have a sip.
I know you have an opinion on it. I don't want you to give me this white collar responses. I know you, City, so I know you, Skindeep. What the hell is paying your dues?
Okay, let me forget that there's a camera.
Forget the camera. Yeah. What the hell is that?
I think paying your dues is
and is it something one needs, keyword need, to do?
You have to. I feel like that's how you paying your dues is a way to grow your following also. To grow am I giving a Hey, young le question.
Because Mamela, ne, this is what I'm thinking, ne? The way your supporters.
Should we come back to it later?
We're not doing that.
Because I'm trying to crack my brain here.
The way your supporters see you, right? And the way the public is looking at you, they're not thinking, oh, we need to see if she's paying or he's paying their dues. They are just looking at you, especially now, like I said.
You're actually
the
right.
fact that social media is like controlling us. They don't look at that. They're like, oh man, she's good looking. Let's support her. They haven't even heard how they play. Or, oh man, he looks like he can do a great job.
And that's true, because now DJing has become more than just being a DJ. So it's no longer about your skill set, in a sense. It's obviously about the look. I mean, I'll make an example of how Uncle Waffles became a sensation over a video. And she was able to capitalize that moment, and she has used it to advantage. And you're right. I mean, someone could say she never paid her dues. But yeah, what is paying your dues?
What is paying your dues?
Actually, I can't answer. I don't know.
I also am not
I actually
sure.
don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to ask for people's opinions on this. I don't know.
I asked Miza. I asked Miza that, you know Miza, right?
Yeah.
He's been in the industry for a long.
Yeah.
He's like, even me, I'm still waiting for my time.
And he makes such dope music.
So when someone like Miza says,
shit, paying
even
your
me,
dues.
I've been waiting for my time.
I actually don't know what paying your dues
So
is.
what is
I should never say
paying
that.
your dues?
I should never use that word.
I've cancelled that statement.
Thank you.
No.
I'll never use
I
it
don't want to
again.
influence you. I mean.
I actually don't have an answer for that.
Yeah, like.
Because I don't know how to explain it. Actually.
It's like, what is it, that thing?
I don't know how to explain it.
But the thing we can agree on is that the mindset back in the day versus the mindset.
It's different.
Completely.
Yeah. I think it's that OG mentality of, these youngsters have it easy now. You know, there's a lot of people who dissed, people who are playing with CDs. Then there were people dissing, people who are playing with USBs.
And what is your opinion on all of that?
I mean, I embrace technology. I think at some point I used to be one of those, you know, when you hang out a lot with like these underground people. Like, I don't fuck with underground people anymore. Like, because their mentality is stagnant.
That's true.
They never wanna hear something different. You know, they always want to hear that. I mean, I guess there's a scene that exists, but I don't want to have that mentality. I mean, I like mainstream. I like the underground stuff. You know, I like hip hop. I like house. I'm not boxed, and that's why I do hip hop events. And I remember, you know, I used to do like alternative events in Soweto, Avant-Garde Vintage Lounge. And then it was very underground because it plays alternative music from Broken Beats Lounge, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then I started working as an artist manager in mainstream.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these underground guys, you know, they had a lot of shit to say.
Wait. When
I was managing Donald. So I was both in mainstream culture and underground culture.
Yeah.
And the underground guys didn't like the fact that I'm
Give me
doing
an example
events.
of an underground guy.
An underground guy is the guy that will tell you that everything that plays on radio is shit. They like what's not popular.
There are people who actually say that.
100%.
Okay.
In hip hop, those backpack rap loving ass niggas that hate anything, they'll call you a sellout, you know, because you have commercial success.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at like how Oscar became commercial, but he still plays deep house.
Oscar Mbo, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of deep house guys, they hated the fact that he's commercial.
Which,
So, like, I mean, at the end of the day, you need to commercialize music. Music is a product. And when you release it, you're releasing it for consumption. So it's already a commercial product.
as soon
It's
as
commerce.
Yeah.
It's commerce. If it's on
You're so
streaming
stupid.
services,
Yeah,
if it's on Traxsource, it has commercial value. So it's a product. You are selling it to someone. So why would you have a problem if something like that becomes commercial?
Yeah.
And the more music like that is known, the better it is for the industry.
100%, I agree.
Because I mean, for people to come to an event, you have to commercialize the event. It doesn't matter what genre of music they play. You're asking people to pay to enter,
Yeah.
then they have to buy drinks.
Yeah.
You are creating something with commercial value.
Mm.
So it doesn't matter if that shit is underground. It's already commercial. So I've never I hated sitting with people with those mindsets.
Yeah.
And that's why I like hanging out with people from different different industries, or different. They play different genres of music. So I've got friends that play amapiano. I've got friends that play hip hop. I've got friends that play different types of music. And I always learn so much from them, just like how I learn, from you and you being able to brand yourself and actually having online content and not just being a DJ. So.
I mean, you know what I always think?
I talk too much.
Has it been a problem or a challenge for you trying to brand yourself a certain way, and also trying to and also the thing of not sitting in one box and being this guy who does the events that are hip hop, who does the events that are also certain themed?
Yeah.
Do you find that it confuses your supporters when it comes to music? Like they have a certain expectation of you now when it comes to music?
I think it does.
Yeah,
I think it does.
Feel like that,
because,
right, sometimes.
And I think that's why I never get booked a lot in deep house events, because they probably think
that you don't play.
I don't play.
Deep
The
house.
other day I was playing after Vinny. And then I was playing deep house, and Vinny was like, you play deep house. I thought you're a hip hop DJ now.
I get that a lot too.
Yeah, so I think
because of the look. Because
exactly.
of the look.
So I think it does. You know why? Because the mindset of the house culture in SA is still very stagnant.
Yeah.
Like if I
not
come wearing
branded.
Jordans, then I'm no longer seen as a
house
DJ. I mean I wear rap tees. I wear Drake merch. I wear Wu-Tang, I wear Jordans, I'm wearing a balaclava. Maybe this is not so house-like. So
no, but that's the thing. Do you feel like...
I feel like we're the new generation that's gonna change it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't care.
Exactly.
I don't care. That's why I created my own events, because I can see I have to belong to a certain clique of the deep house cats in order to be booked. I have to belong to a certain clique, and I felt like I didn't belong
to any
hip-hop,
of the
because I don't think the hip hop guys really embrace me, and I don't think the house guys, because I'm not in any clique, so
cool.
I think I'm just on my own, and that's why even when I go to gigs, I'm just rolling alone.
So the clique thing though, how do you feel about it though also?
If it works for you, it works for you, but it's not my thing. I go to gigs, and I was having a conversation with Uchun Jesse when I was playing here at OhMi last week. He was telling me that, I was asking him, who are you going with? I'm like, I thought I was the only one. He says he finds peace
when he's
in
alone.
rolling alone, yeah. When you travel with a lot of people, and there are people that are there for the wrong reasons, and some people they see what you do as partying. They get an opportunity to party, but it's work for you.
Yeah.
You know? So now come to this gig, I want to leave. Now this person doesn't want to leave. I want to chill, and that's how people start demanding "Ama rider hlanya."
Yeah. And I know you about the rider conversation.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, a hospitality rider, right, is I'm gonna call it the setup that you get from the venue.
Oh my God.
To make sure that you do your job well. So some different people have different hospitality riders. So
yours is water.
Mine is water.
It's just water.
But I added a
champagne.
I added a Henny in
for what?
there. Because I like the taste nowadays.
But you don't drink.
I like the taste though.
Hey, you're corrupt now.
But listen, we're gonna have this chat because
Okay,
I travel
cool.
with a road manager. I travel with a photographer.
You're a superstar.
Superstar.
How much are you charging? 50K.
As a chick, ne? I can't travel alone.
No, of course,
Yeah, of course. As a chick, I can't travel alone. And also,
especially in this country.
Yeah, and also, I travel with people that know that we're there to work.
Yeah.
So I never have problems of I want to stay. If I want to go, we are going.
Yeah.
I'm done working.
Yeah.
So I need...
Makes sense.
Yeah, as also a person who I still get a bit nervous, but also who doesn't get nervous when they have to play just a little bit?
Nah, nerves hit me all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm an overthinker, so
Exactly, me too.
I feel like I'm
Me
about
too.
to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, this crowd.
Me
Especially
too.
if you play after someone who's rocking the crowd. Because now you have to maintain it. But like adrenaline kicks in once
Yeah,
you play, so
adrenaline
it
kicks
becomes
in.
better.
So when
and
I-
also it's nice to have, that moral support.
Exactly.
people that
That's
go
what
with
I
you,
was
yeah.
about to say. So when I travel with people, it's more for the moral support
Yeah,
more than
makes
anything.
sense, yeah.
It's for the moral support more than anything. So they can't sit there and drink water with because I'm
Oh,
the
yeah,
only one
yeah.
who
Yeah,
drinks
no,
water.
of course.
So
Gotta
that's-
take care of the crew.
Exactly, gotta take care of
I
the
like
crew.
your shades, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like yours
I
too.
think I want to take them.
No,
I want to take them.
no ways. That's not happening.
It's okay.
So we now have established, I guess, who Skindeep is as
Not
a whole,
really.
as a no, not, wait, as the part that makes the image and your brand.
Yeah.
When you say not really, before I get to it, why are you saying not really? Tell me, why are you saying not really?
Did I say much about myself?
Not you
think
yourself
I was-
personally.
Oh yeah. I
'Cause
guess.
Do you
No, it's
do
okay.
you wanna go personal?
It's up to you. Shoot.
I don't yet.
No, it's cool.
We'll naturally get to it.
It's cool.
What do you want to talk about, Skindeep?
Nothing. Nothing.
Oh
Nothing.
my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's try to paint a little picture now. You're a DJ,
Multi-genius.
multi-genius.
Yeah.
That's
what I call
genius
myself.
Curator
That's what I call myself.
of experiences.
Because I'm so good at a lot of things. It's a gift and a curse, actually. It's a gift and a curse.
You know what? I love that you said that because I feel the exact same way about myself.
Yeah. It's a gift and a curse.
What
'Cause now-
is your multi-genius thing? What are your things? What are your multi-genius things?
People always thought I was a good artist manager. I actually hated being an artist manager. I hated the admin. I hated to babysit artists. I think I was good at brand management. So I was very good in building brands. I mean, I started marketing at school. So I was very good at building brands, commercializing artists as brands. It's hard to do it for myself.
I get you. I get you 100%.
It's easier to do it for other
someone
people.
else,
Exactly.
but for yourself, I
Yeah.
get you. I understand.
So I think,
yeah.
I know because, I got plaques, to prove that
Yeah.
from albums sold.
Yeah.
In my name, written in my name, not just the artist
Yeah.
name. So I'm good at brand management. I'm good as a creative director, be it clothes or just coming up with concepts. I came up with Feel Good live sessions, even though I never got paid for it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Did everybody else get paid?
I don't know, but yeah.
Surely they should have because it was
Yeah,
like on TV.
I still need my percentage.
Yeah, you need to
but
go get your
yeah,
cash,
so
bruh.
anyway, that's a story for another
Heike,
day.
I'm here. I can find a lawyer for you.
I have to.
Yeah.
find a lawyer.
No, you need to. Okay.
That's a story for another
yeah,
day.
yeah.
I'm creative direction. I've got a very dope clothing brand.
You do?
So I don't like calling myself a designer because I didn't go to school to make clothes. I've got friends that actually studied
Yeah,
to make
and you
clothes.
want to respect them.
Yeah, so Virgil always said that he doesn't look at himself as a designer because he never really went. He started off just printing T-shirts. Then
Yeah.
it developed over time.
Yeah.
So I'm very good at making clothes. I do very dope events.
You do?
So I guess I can't call myself a promoter. I hate that word. I call myself a culture curator.
Curator, yeah.
Culture curator, yeah. I'm a good DJ. I'm good at production. I still want to get better, and that's why I collaborate with other people.
Yeah.
Because they help me to get better.
To get better, yeah.
So I think I would always say that's something I'm still learning. Like it's still a process.
And also with that, honestly speaking, a good song, you can't make a good song yourself, one
No,
man.
you can't.
You can't.
And that's why Kanye always says he collaborates.
Yeah.
He always has
Like,
people that
yeah,
he collaborates. He doesn't
check
do things
that guys,
alone.
like isn't the people that work
The
on
credits.
once.
Oh,
Yo!
they're crazy. They're crazy. I've counted 7 things. Haha, I'm a good dad.
The who?
I'm a good father.
Oh, yes. You are a father, actually.
Yeah, and then what else am I good at? Damn. I think like there's a lot of
That's
things.
a lot of stuff.
I might have forgotten.
Yeah.
You know, it's a gift and a curse because you kind of want to specialize.
Yeah.
You know.
Especially in this context of South Africa. You
Yeah,
kind
and you want to get at least one thing right so that it can finance your other
your
ideas.
other things, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, we're not from well-off families.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think every idea would be easily
popping.
financed. I mean, if I came from a rich family, I'd be very far. I mean, my clothing brand will be far. I'll be shooting music videos for my songs anytime. I'll be doing so many things, you know. I would have money to do any type of event I want.
Yeah.
And, you know, with events, what I've learned is that when I did events for fun, I used to make more money.
Yeah.
But once I started doing events for money, then I started losing money.
Yeah.
Then I started not making money.
Yeah.
So I just felt like that's why I stopped doing events. Like I took a break because they were draining me mentally and they gave me anxiety. Like on event week, I'm anxious. I'm looking how many people bought tickets, and if people don't turn out, like I won't have a good night's sleep. So, and I've told myself that I don't want to do anything that makes me unhappy.
Yeah.
Like I could be good at something, but I don't want to do it when it makes me unhappy. So I'm just reevaluating how to do events again. So I just want to make them for fun now,
Okay.
not for money. So that's why it's so difficult when you reach a desperate level. Where now it's like, oh, I need money. You know, I mean, especially after COVID. You know, we were not working for so long.
Yeah, we weren't.
Now when events came, before COVID, I was doing them for fun. They were making money. But now post-COVID, now I'm starting to do them for money. And, you know, the turnout is not the same. And I think with the concepts, they became redundant in a long time, like as I did them. So I felt like, okay, maybe people started getting used. Like, oh,
Like,
just
can you
another-
just name maybe two of the concepts, just in case
So-
someone who's
oh,
watching
sorry.
isn't clear? Because like
Sorry.
you can say, cause
Yeah,
just
so
in case someone
the
who's not
first
clear.
one, I did it, you know, for fun. It was the Yeezy All Night, where we played Kanye's music all night around his birthday. It was 2019 in June. Then I did Drake.
The
all day.
all night, all day
Yeah,
events.
all day
Those are
events.
super cool.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, and they were dope. Like we did
Yeah.
Beyonce, we did, you know, we did so many. And then once cause now you don't wanna. I mean, I realized that people only like the big artists.
Yeah.
So now when we started incorporating other artists that are not like as well known,
Yeah.
then the turnout started to decline.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, nah, let's rather maybe just do 2 a year. So rather maybe do Kanye
Okay,
and
that
Jay-Z.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
that
because
makes sense.
now it was an oversupply, but less demand. So when we did them, not necessarily every month, when we did them quarterly, the turnout was bigger. So we just needed to minimize the supply,
Okay.
so that we can create more demand.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. It's a hard lesson that you have to learn, I guess, in the process.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the only way to gain experience is for you to learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. You said a mouthful, hey?
Yeah, I talk too much, and I over-explain.
And it's okay.
Actually, I like making fun of you for
Like,
over-explaining.
that I over-explain and I do. Yeah, I do.
I over-explain.
But I like it. I mean, you kind of get like a perspective on how someone thinks as soon as they start opening their mouth, and also
True.
means you're comfortable.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, also means you're comfortable. So I'm happy about that. I'm
course
very
I am.
happy about that.
Of course
Ima. Tidi, so how old are you?
Shit, I'm actually 36. I can't believe it.
No, you're still young. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
No, I'm not. I don't feel old. I
Yeah.
still feel like a
like a
25-year-old.
19-year-old. Oh, I feel like a 19-year-old.
Yeah, you look like a 19-year-old. You look like a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
I still feel like I'm in my 20s.
Yeah.
Even in the way I think, you know, I think even in the way I dress.
Yeah.
Sometimes I dress like a teenager.
And that's okay.
Yeah. No, it is okay. Like I don't want to get old, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Pharrell still wears
Ooh,
shorts and
he
a hoodie.
does. Yeah, he does.
So
he does.
mean-
and he's one of the most stylish people actually ever.
as one of the people I look up to.
Yeah, one of the most stylish people
Yeah,
ever.
super.
Ima, uqale nini ukuba- when did you start DJing?
When did you start DJing? I started DJing in 2000 and I was in varsity. I started DJing around the same time with
Is the calendar.
No Zinhle.
I don't know who's in Mna.
No, I went to varsity with her. We used to sell records
Are you
together.
guys the same age?
No. She was my senior.
So she's older,
Yeah,
than
she's
okay.
my senior.
Okay.
So I started DJing 2005.
Oh.
Yeah, 2005.
I
And
think
then
that
in varsity,
that perspective.
2006, I was running a DJ society
Yeah.
in varsity,
Yeah.
UJ.
Okay.
UJ Banting Road.
Okay.
Then I became a spin agent on campus. So I was pretty cool. I was doing events. I was
Look
playing.
at you.
I was playing at I'm a fresh ass at school and I was playing. I was always playing, you know. When there was Miss UJ, they always
playing.
booked me, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean that's where I think I had the most fun when I was DJing in varsity.
Because you weren't trying to, make a living.
Yeah, exactly. It was just for fun. My parents are still sending me pocket money.
Yeah, you were trying to make a living.
Yeah, so I started around that time. And then, so when I was, you didn't ask that question, but I'm going to say it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm going to tell you the process.
Tell me.
So I started around that time, 205, 206, 3 modules before I was supposed to graduate. It's a funny story how I dropped out.
Oh, you dropped out?
Yeah, so
Okay.
3 modules
Okay.
before graduation.
Yeah.
I know I disappointed my mother. There was this subject I hated.
Yeah.
It's called sales management.
Yeah.
You had to sell our Avon, stupid
Okay,
stuff.
okay.
Like perfumes. But they were teaching me practicals of
Yeah.
how to work in sales. But I hated that subject because I hated sales. I still hate sales. I'm more good at branding and marketing. So that it required you to reach a certain target. Like I think it was like 10,000 rands or something. So I never reached that target. So then I had finished all my third year modules, and the only thing that I needed to do to pass was sales, and I was supposed to submit a marketing plan. So those are the 2 things that I didn't.
You don't want to do them?
Yeah.
Oh, you were like, I don't want to do them.
Yeah,
I don't feel like it.
I was like, fuck it. And then while I was doing that, there was a DJ friend of mine. Well, he wasn't a friend then. I just knew him because I used to buy records from him, Tulani the Warrior.
Yeah.
So at that time, he had moved from Restro to Soul Candy. So when he moved to Soul Candy, I would go visit him and also to buy records. So he would give me demos of like new artists he was pushing. They were local. And then I remember he gave me that CD with it was a Soul Candy. It was Soul Candy branded.
Yeah.
But it had Triple B Records, his own record label.
Yeah.
That he started with his friend Sakile. And there was Liquid Deep, C9, and Nasty Nev, all these guys. So at that time, when I was still at school, then I realized that he started a record label. So I sent a proposal to him to intern in marketing for the label. So, and at that time, I was sending emails to Vinny at House Africa. You probably will never remember. I used to go to Galo, to try and do an internship. I went to Share House.
Share House, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted internships in record labels. So my passion was music, but I wanted to do marketing for record labels at that time. I think they didn't take me seriously because I was young. And then Tulani agreed. He said, come do marketing. And then that's when I just had dropped out. At that time, I was also a lecturer at Fuse Academy.
What on earth made you decide you want to manage artists, man, actually?
It was by chance.
It just happened by chance.
Yeah, so I started doing marketing for the record label. Then I started traveling with the artists on the road.
Yeah.
And then I started doing bookings for them.
Yeah.
And then it just
and then you found yourself
and then
managing
I was like,
artists.
oh shit, I'm good at this thing. And then 2009, Liquid Deep released Fairy Tale.
Yeah.
Then I started working for Triple B. Then I started doing marketing plans for the album.
Yeah.
I was doing in-store promotions. I was doing all these things.
And at that time, you were not
zero
DJing
experience.
also.
I was also a DJ.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a DJ, but I became so good at marketing and artist management, it overshadowed my DJ.
Yeah.
Then I would just play for fun.
So, So, your Twitter reputation, when did that kick in?
I think it started off.
Apparently, you took a lot of
It
crap
started
there.
off Facebook. So I used to.
Yeah.
I used to have a blog.
Yeah,
2000. I started in 2011,
yeah,
if not 2010.
yeah.
So I used to write my thoughts there. So then there was this controversial one that I wrote that the headline was, "Do we need international DJs?" So like a lot of international DJs, like even the legends, were commenting on it. The reason why I wrote it, because I felt like those guys at that time, they were not valuing South African house music, and they were not doing anything that was benefiting us. But they would come, they would play, and they would leave.
Even now, though. So, yeah.
But now we have our own scene.
Yeah, now we have our own scene.
music.
Yeah,
We
now
have-
they come to us
Yeah.
and they
Exactly.
should be
Now they
begging
need us.
Yeah.
And especially the legends, they
Yeah.
need us. Because now they're getting old, they're getting irrelevant. And now, I mean, wherever they are, like in America or Europe, the new generation doesn't listen to that anymore. Well, they probably do, but they don't consume it as much as the older generation does. So, I mean, there's always a new generation. And the new guys are, I mean, they're probably listening to the Martinez brothers, or they're more into the younger guys.
Yeah.
They're listening to K Tranada,
Yeah.
you know, a new, different type of vibe. So at that time when I wrote it, you know, it was a very controversial thing
Yeah.
to say. And I was young, I was in my 20s. And I was really a rebel in my 20s. I think I've toned it down now. And, you know, it was around the same time that Twitter...
Was kicking in.
yeah, because I think I joined Twitter 2009, but I wasn't that active. I was
Yeah.
more active on Facebook. Then I think around 2010, 11, then I started to voice my opinions.
On Twitter.
On Twitter.
Apparently, that was a great time to be alive
Yeah.
on your Twitter.
Yeah, I didn't care if you're famous or what. I mean, I still don't care now.
Yeah, no one should,
I don't
honestly.
Give a, like,
Yeah,
I don't give a
don't give a
damn.
damn.
So, I mean, I've always had opinions. I have opinions in real life. There's opinions I can say here if I have to. But, like, I mean, I always felt like I shouldn't be intimidated by anyone, even in the industry. I mean, to have an opinion.
What is an unpopular opinion that if I mean this is also hard, you'd have to think hard. What is a popular opinion that you think you would say and people would probably not want to hear it? I mean, I threw out.
A
Let me say,
popular
throw
opinion.
out. Like a popular thing or a popular opinion that if one would say it out loud, people would not want to hear it or would not want to accept it.
In music.
Like in music.
Holy shit. Popular opinion. A popular opinion.
For me,
What's yours? Tell me yours.
For me, I'm gonna say one. I'm gonna say one. Not all males are great DJs. Number one. Not all great producers are great DJs. So some of people's favorite
that's true.
producers are terrible DJs.
A lot of these producers are cock DJs.
Number three. Not all piano, I'm talking right now, is great. Like, let's
course.
stop doing that.
Of course.
Most of it is
course.
honestly not great.
I don't listen to piano. I can't consume it. It's fine when I hear it at a gig. I mean, I have nothing against it. But
Those are my opinions that I don't know if people like I'm just like, it's whatever.
okay, I think mine from the top of my head is the OGs are gatekeepers. They don't want the young guys to, to reach the same level as them. They gatekeepers, but they played very well.
They played very
they
well.
Played humble.
They played very well.
They make it look like they're trying to empower the young guys.
The young people.
Yeah, but they don't want that competition.
Yeah.
So, and that's why if they see a youngster who did it without their cosign or anything, they want to get themselves closer to to the youngin. So a lot of these, like a lot of OGs, they're not. I don't think they don't want us to win. They really just want them to still be eating the big piece of the pie.
that falls under an opinion that definitely falls under
What's
that.
the second one?
You want to get another one? Get another one in then.
That's the second one. Oh, The second one is South Africans, they don't like music. They just like groove. And that's why they shift with whatever is popular. When house
Repeat that. South Africans don't like music.
Yeah, they're not music fans.
They just like
groove. Yeah, majority.
Shucks, that's deep.
Majority
That's
of
deep.
South Africans.
That's
and
deep.
that's why it's so easy for a new genre to take over. I mean, 2010, 11, the same people that were listening to like Liquid Deep, Donald, when, that music was mainstream. Zakes Van Duyn at that time, when that music was super mainstream. Then hip-hop came. They shifted from that. They went to hip-hop. Then they said, oh, we love SA hip-hop. The same people now, oh, we love piano, SA hip-hop is dead. So, I mean, what the fuck? Woo. So, they like groove. They like what's popular. They shift with whatever is popping at the time in the mainstream
And
culture.
South Africans love groove. But dude, I've never thought of it like that. Now I have to go home and like sit and actually.
They don't like music. They love
what
groove.
did Skindeep say, guys? What he said made sense.
Yeah. They just go with the flow. That's why it's so important to be able to create your own core audience that is loyal to you. Because I mean, you can have one big song now and it pops, and you think you have fans. And then you drop something different.
And then they're gone.
Like, we don't like that because it's not what is in the mainstream culture.
Tricky.
So majority of them, I'm not saying all of them. I mean, there's pockets, but it's very niche. The pockets that's why like Deep House is, you do a niche event. It's got only a few supporters. Now SA hip hop has gone into a niche genre when it was a mainstream genre. So now they have to mix it up. They have to, when you do an SA hip hop event, you have to mix it up with piano because that's what people like.
You don't have to, but they do it. But I get your point.
You're doing a Deep House event at the venues. Can you play some piano? Because they know South Africans, they fake majority of them. They fake.
They fake.
Yeah. They fake.
Two-faced.
They love groove. They like hype more than music.
Oh, flip. That's something I need to simmer in actually. Because now that you mentioned it, I'm thinking about it, and it's a point.
You
got another one.
I've got a lot.
You get 3.
I'm just trying to think from the top of my head.
I poked the opinions out of you. Give me a third one.
What's the third
And then
one?
we're gonna move into the tour and the new music.
Shit, the third one. Trying to think. Maybe I'll have it as we speak.
By the time as we speak, are we even gonna remember?
I know I've got a lot. Maybe not. I don't know. I know I've got a lot of unpopular opinions. I think I always say them on Twitter, though.
You always do.
Yeah,
I think
I always
so too.
say them on Twitter.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. And because I always have this problem, Nayokba, because I'm not as influential as somebody else, but I always voice my opinion. But someone who's more popular than me will voice the exact same opinion.
Yeah, then it gets more.
And then it gets blown.
Yeah, of course.
And you're just like, I just said
That's
this
why
2
it's
tweets
fucking
ago.
fake, bro. That's why it's fucking fake. Like, even like people, like, you can have conversations with people in real life, and then you see their opinions on Twitter, and like, oh shit, they're different on social media.
Yeah.
But you sit down with them, and you ask for a reasoning. Why do you say?
Yeah.
They don't have a reason.
They don't have a
but
reason.
They just think, it's cooler to say it. I mean, there's people that brand themselves as rude on social media, but they're actually sweet people in real life.
Yeah.
I think people think I'm rude on social media because of my opinions.
But there's a difference, though. I think whoever thinks you're rude on social media, for me, needs to check their
They
intellect
just have
also.
low self-esteem.
Lol.
Very low self-esteem.
Lol.
Yeah.
Oh, skin deep.
So I'm so used to that, man.
Yeah.
I was worse in my 20s, so I'm better now.
Yeah. Let's actually, and have you found that has it affected you, by the way, in any way, to be that guy who has this opinion, this big opinions?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think I'm better than a lot of these DJs that are getting booked at these relevant, like Deep House events or whatever. And I know so many people, that host events, but the thing is, in South Africa, you have to have a certain likability because of Ubuntu.
You have to have a certain likability.
Yeah,
actually, I know a lot
Ubuntu.
of people who are not as Ubuntu-cious
But a lot of
as they act.
A lot of people in the industry, they play humble.
Yeah, they play
but
humble.
They're actually not. They're not nice people.
They are not as
You know,
nice as they play.
A lot of guys, they don't. But they have to. You have to have
They
a
have to be
certain like
appealable.
ability. So do I want to be fake? I don't want to be fake.
I also don't.
So it's either uyangithanda or uyangiyeka.
It's either uyangithanda or
Yeah, so it's either
uyangiyeka.
you like me or you leave me alone. So
that's true.
I mean, it's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Because now you have to be self-dependent.
Yeah.
So now that's why like I have to do my own events. I have to create.
I understand. Yeah.
I have to create my own following because
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably never gonna play deep in the city. Probably never gonna play at.
Are you trying though? Because the different thing.
What's trying?
Like, are you trying? Like, do you want to? Because honestly.
Yeah, I would love to.
Really?
Yeah, I would love to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'd love to play at at a lot of places. But, because I'm not in a certain clique, I'm never gonna get.
You're not in a certain clique.
Never gonna get in those spaces. There's tons of events, and those events, some of them they're done by people that know me and they know how good I am. Because I don't have a certain likability.
Same way.
Because I don't have a certain likability.
Yeah.
They won't book me.
I feel the exact same way. That the people who host these shows know you, and they know what you're about. But they just choose not to.
That's why I always feel like.
So,
I always feel like I don't deserve to be living in SA.
Cool.
Because my mind and like my mindset is bigger than that.
Yeah.
Like, and my dreams are bigger than that.
Yeah.
And I mean that's why it was so important for my son to be born in a first world country.
Who lives in Australia?
Yeah.
Your son,
so he's getting better opportunities.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm so happy for him. I'm the one still struggling in SA.
Yeah. Struggling DJs, guys.
I'm still a struggling DJ. But like, I know when I make it overseas, things are going to be different from that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, because I'm going to be going to a place where people
open-minded,
will
number
appreciate,
one.
and they'll also appreciate you for your, for
the
your talent,
work.
for the work you put in. Yeah.
Not
so
for
I'm
the
more
hype.
likely to get better opportunities overseas than here.
That's true. I also believe that,
Yeah,
is why also low-key I'm working towards the same goals. But like we have a lot in common. But there's things that we talk about low-key. We don't have to put them on this platform. Yeah, we have a lot in common.
Exactly.
Let's talk about this tour now. Let's talk about Experiment 403. Let's talk about the music. What's the sound? Because now, if someone is not clear on the Skindeep sound, what's the sound? Can you paint a picture for me?
What the fuck is that?
What's the sound? What's the sound?
Why? What's the Skindeep
sound right now?
There's no Skindeep sound.
Okay.
Skindeep
Say
is
that
is
then.
whatever.
Because someone else will say it's I like to work with contemporary sonics and I like to work with the drums. That's what I mean.
I like music. I could release a hip hop song if I want to. I could do a jazz song if I want
That's what I want to hear.
So-
That you know, it's actually when someone asks me, what do you play? I sometimes feel like saying I play music.
Yeah. No, that's the right answer. That's
Like
actually the
most of
perfect
the time I
answer.
have the urge to say I play music.
That's the perfect answer.
Yeah.
Because genres are, genres of music are, they come from I almost said apartheid system, but they come from a racist system. You look at house music was created in Chicago by black people. And then white people took it to Europe, then they call it electronic music. Still house, still 4/4. The pattern is 4/4, it's house. Then techno is from Detroit, made by black people. When they ship it, they also call it dark techno.
They still call it techno, though.
electronic.
Yeah.
So now, and I'm talking about genres of music and how systematic racism placed it on us.
I have never even thought about linking racism to genres of music, but
It's
go ahead.
very deep.
Yeah.
And then there's pop. Pop is Michael Jackson was never played on MTV because he was not pop enough at that time. So they try to so what they did is for white radio stations not to play black music, they created urban radio stations. So the word urban is
black.
It's a very racial term.
Yeah.
That's
I think
how-
it's racial too.
Yeah,
I think it's racist.
very racial.
Yeah.
That's how they boxed black music. Then they said pop is for white people. But pop, Michael Jackson is pop. The Supremes are pop.
Beyonce is pop.
Not even before Beyonce.
Okay, cool.
Diana Ross
true.
and them.
Yeah, it's pop.
Tina Turner.
Yeah.
All of them, they're
Yeah.
pop. But what they put them under soul.
Under soul, yeah,
so that they don't get played on mainstream radio.
On mainstream
Which
radio.
was playing pop.
Yeah.
Pop,
Yeah.
white people.
Yeah.
It's like rock and roll. They said Elvis invented rock and roll. But they never played the real people that
Yeah.
made rock and roll.
Yeah.
So going back to how we are boxed as DJs, now you have to play a certain genre to be a DJ. Like, what do you play? I play house, I'll play Afro, I play music. At the end of the day, I play music. So it's a way to box us, you know. And that's why, like, in South Africa, it's a very racially segregated place. There's black people here only. Why? It's in Rivonia. It's in the fucking north, bro. And we're playing house. But now it has to take a white DJ to host an event here for white people to come. Why?
Yeah, why?
Because white South Africans, they're more racist than I feel like a lot of overseas whites. They're very,
high
very
key, though,
racist.
high key.
Yeah, I mean, house music is so big, but you will never get 50% attendance of white people at our events.
Yeah.
But it's so easy to achieve that when you go play overseas.
Yeah.
Like, I really hate it. I hate being a DJ in this country because it's so limiting.
I get you. I feel you.
I mean, I can't only be playing for black people every single weekend as a DJ. Why?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be playing at different spots.
Yeah.
And even the white guys, when they do these events, they segregate, you know, it becomes a clique. And you'll only see certain black DJs there. So maybe you'll see, okay, now because they can see like FK Mashes or Shimza, they're getting international recognition. So then they're going to put them in those lineups. But it's literally the same cliques. If you see the lineups, same
It's the
DJs.
same, yeah.
And that's where we will start seeing white people. And a black DJ, the only time a black DJ will play for a white crowd is if they get included within the white DJs.
And honestly speaking,
It's bullshit.
someone
A lot of
who
bullshit.
is, let's, Shimza, for example, the team that he works with, check who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check who they are.
You know how our country is. You have to
check
have white people in your team to get in the white
exactly.
spaces.
You have to have white
Fucking
people in your team
racism.
to
Racist.
But all of
Majority
that,
of white South Africans are racist.
like, okay, after all of that is said, there is a specific sound that you decided to go for with Experiment 403.
Yeah, so I would say it's very Afro tech, like, but it's also very soulful.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, it's very
I got
soulful.
that.
It hits hard. I mean, we made the song 2019, if I'm not mistaken. If not
Okay.
2018.
Okay.
Yeah. So I sent Tony Miss DP a beat, and then she laced the vocals. I didn't like the beat. I thought it was very lame in a way because it was an old beat. So it was too flat. you
Yeah.
know. So, and then I reworked another version
Yeah.
with Soul Tech. I felt like it was too deep, like
Yeah.
it's too underground.
Yeah.
And then, actually, Sitting in Deep had wanted to do a remix of the song.
Okay.
Yeah. So then we reworked it a bit,
Yeah.
added other elements, but he did most of the, I mean, the entire beat,
Yeah.
like most of the production.
Yeah.
So then we decided to go for that version. So there's 3 versions of the song.
Okay.
So we went for the Citizen Deep
Yeah,
collabo.
the version, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna release them in an EP or something like that, the other version, or you just wanna keep the one that's currently there?
Someone said, we need an album from you. Or like one of my DJ friends. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna drop an EP. I think I don't want to put a date. 'Cause now
No one
I'm-
can because things change.
I'm starting
and-
to put
yeah.
unnecessary pressure on
Yeah,
myself.
exactly.
But yeah, I want to drop an EP. But, with every single that, as I said earlier, with every single that I drop, I always go on tour
Yeah.
because I want to reach more people.
Yeah, true.
So I'm currently on tour, Experiment 403.
How is it going though?
It's going well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going
That's
well.
good, that's
so
good.
I need to actually add more dates on the
Yeah.
poster because you know how it is in SA.
Yeah.
And when everything is DIY, And once people see a poster, venues, then we're gonna host.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Then you
Yeah.
start adding more days.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe. All I need is 10 days, and I know I'm gonna add more.
Yeah.
So it's still ongoing, probably until the end of April.
Okay.
But I had planned to end it in Easter
Okay.
because I need to go overseas. But I'll see how it goes.
Okay.
I'll see which other dates I can add.
Okay.
And touring is actually very tiring.
It is.
It's better to just get booked, play and leave.
Because touring, you're responsible.
100%. And now that anxiety comes back. Is it
Yeah.
gonna get packed? Are people
Yeah.
loving the song? Blah blah blah.
Like
there's those pressures.
It's like you wish that you could get to a point where someone does all of that
Exactly.
for you,
Yeah.
and then you can just pull
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
Just pull up.
It's tough being on your own.
Yeah, it is.
And
It is.
I don't know. I feel like maybe people are scared to manage me. I don't know.
We'll talk about that because I feel like I've packaged myself so well that at some point people thought I was
You're too
signed, but I'm like,
independent.
no. Yeah.
It's too indie. So
Too indie.
Yeah. it's
Too indie. Okay, I want to wrap this up though. I mean, we are expecting more than one song from you this year though. Like,
Yeah,
because
of
I'm just trying to be a fortune teller and see and trying to paint Uguti. Definitely, we are expecting more music. Yeah.
I'm trying to drop a song every month, if not two.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm dropping sometime in April.
Okay.
Cubic's remix of my first single,
Okay.
Kefi. Yeah. So it's in the archives. I'm like,
Okay.
let's put it out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna drop that in April. Also, I also have music that I want to drop that is still being finished.
So what should we look out for this year from you in terms of music events and also
Yeah,
fashion as well?
EP tour. Okay, I already have a single. I'm on tour.
Yeah.
So EP tour. Planning an overseas tour actually.
Yeah.
Around September.
Okay.
Clothes. I think I found a way to make clothes. And I don't know. Should I say my formula on camera?
It's
No,
up
I
to
can't.
you, I think.
I can't.
Okay.
So
trade
I'm
secrets.
gonna drop
trade secrets
Yeah,
type of vibe. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop clothes differently this year.
Okay. I'm excited
So
about
I'm gonna
that.
drop clothes the way I drop music.
I'm excited about that
So
actually.
it's the clothes, the music, the tours.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything else can happen after
Yeah,
this
that's
interview.
true.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
I might have something else that comes out after this interview.
Okay.
So
So for those of wow.
Those
Abantu
of you.
abafuna ukulandela.
it's not your mother tongue. It's
Dude,
okay.
abantu abafuna ukulandela, where can they
Ba-
landel you?
Banilandela siyaphi?
Yeah. Hayibo.
Where are we going?
Hayibo. Oh, you're a public figure.
Not really, I'm not.
Social media details, Skindeep.
Skindeep SA on Twitter and then Skindeep JD on Instagram. They suspended my Twitter
Your
account.
Twitter.
Yeah, the old one. So,
And literally all your followers left with the suspension,
yeah,
by
they
the
gone.
way.
20,000. I have 900. I have 950 something followers.
From your 20,000 to
Yeah.
your and it's okay, it'll
I'm
all
down
come
bad.
back.
I'm down bad.
It'll all come
Instagram,
back.
Skindeep JD. Facebook, Skindeep SA. Yeah, that's about it.
All right. Thank you so
I'm not on Snapchat or
Okay.
TikTok or any of those corny
Okay.
social media.
Maybe you should think about TikTok for
Nah,
fashion
fuck
purpose.
TikTok.
Okay. Okay. Skin
TikTok.
deep, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't have time for that nonsense.
It's
a
a
wrap.
hard there, actually.
It's a wrap.
It's a hard there.
I can take off my balaclava now.
No, you cannot because I haven't signed out. Skin deep, ladies and gentlemen. Side session signing out. Mwah.